Today on Marketing Update, how could Flo from Progressive Insurance do that? Multitasking, is it a load of crap? And how many marketers does it take to figure out the probability to buy? Stay tuned for this and much, much more on today's Marketing Update.
Welcome to the Marketing Update, your source for what's hot and what's not in the world of marketing. I'm Ellie Mirman.
And I'm Andrew Quinn, and we are coming to you live from Cambridge, Massachusetts. What a fine audience we've got today, Ellie.
We do. We've trained them well.
We have. Their enthusiasm is high. They are excited for all the marketing news.
There's a lot of it.
There is a lot of it. Are we going to bring it to them?
Yes. But first, we sometimes have a sign here that has the hashtag.
Oh, and we don't have
You're
that.
just going to have to remember that is MKTGUp if you want to interact with us during the show or after. Tweet at us. We already have a couple people tweeting hello to our friends in South Africa and Hawaii.
Oh, wait. Look.
Oh, my gosh.
It's a little wrinkly, but it's here. Yes.
Yes. Other usual items.
Bitches. Oh, my goodness.
We're off to a great start. All right, other items. Old episodes are on iTunes. Watch them, give us 5-star reviews, and then come on by every Friday at 4. You're welcome to attend the live show.
Let's get down to business, Ellie. Marketing business.
Let's do it.
First story. This one's actually kind of sad. We're going to start on a low note and work our way up. But it is a very important one from a marketing perspective. Progressive Insurance had quite a real bad issue in social media these past couple of days.
Social media fail.
Big time fail. So there's a comedian, his name's Matt Fisher, and unfortunately his sister was killed in a car accident. And basically he was put in a position where he really couldn't go after her insurance company in the way that all set up. So he ended up going after the insurance company of the other driver, something to that effect. And what ended up happening is that Progressive Insurance, it appeared as if they were defending his sister's killer, basically.
Yeah.
And that came out, and the Twitter sphere just exploded on that whole thing. Basically, driver had run a red light. Progressive didn't pay out the insurance claim that his sister had, so he couldn't go after Progressive because they settled the claim. So then he went after the other driver, and basically Progressive sort of set up to defend the other driver in order to not pay out there either.
Yeah. And I kept seeing all these this was earlier this week, and I saw all these tweets and messages and things like that where people were complaining about Progressive, and I didn't really know what was going on until I saw this story. What's kind of sad is that during that time frame on Monday, the only responses that Progressive was giving were these like legal speak.
Absolutely. It was all like, we've satisfied our contractual obligations and all that kind of stuff.
Who says that in a tweet?
Right. And if you think about it, they market themselves as the company that knows you, right? They've got, if you think about it, there's Flo, and she's there hooking you up with your right package and everything else customized. And there's the two other insurance agents in the blue jackets, and they're calling you different names, and it's all funny.
Yeah.
But lo and behold, they're just like every other one. And it's really driven by the lack of response relative to a fairly serious issue.
Yeah. They did finally respond the next day,
right,
on Tuesday.
24 hours later in an environment where, it goes in hours and minutes.
Right, so they finally responded. It was much nicer, but by then, tons of blog articles had sprung up. People were talking about it all over social media. Progressive got this reputation for doing this awful thing that they didn't actually do. What they explained on Tuesday, a day later, was that it wasn't them that was defending the driver, it was the driver's insurance company.
Yeah, it was Nationwide Insurance, completely different company.
Right.
But it got totally misconstrued in social media and just blew up in a huge way.
Yeah.
And they just weren't on top of it.
Yeah. So what's the takeaway from this story?
Big takeaway here is good social media marketing includes the ability to respond quickly and humanely. Listening and responding is not enough when it comes too late in the game. So make sure you're on top of it and you're responding in a timely fashion, particularly when it's sensitive.
Yes. Oh, I gotta fix this.
I think we've got more fails, Ellie.
So many fails.
It's very breezy here at the Marketing Update set today as our things are moving around.
Yeah, like the power of the air conditioner is moving all of our papers. We've got to watch out for that. All right, so some more fails.
It's like a gentle, it's like a gentle whisper in my ear.
That's right. Yeah.
Telling me sweet nothings.
Okay, marketing.
Yes, let's move on to another marketing failure, unlike this one.
So this came from an infographic posted on Mashable. It was an
Love
infographic.
infographics.
Yes.
Pictures are the best.
So this one came from onlinecollege.org. They were publishing the effects of multitasking. And the headline, of course, was that only 2% of people who multitask do it effectively. The other 98%, it harms their results when they try to multitask.
Hence, multitasking is in fact crap. It's a fallacy. It doesn't work.
Yeah. They said that it has if someone tries to focus on more than one thing at a time, they have a 40% drop in productivity.
Believe it or not, I watch a lot of PBS.
Oh, really?
I know you wouldn't think that looking at me, but I do. And given the other comments I make on the show, you would think that's not the case either. But there was a show recently about just this. They had done a series of studies with college students. They did it in the workplace, a lot of observations, controlled studies. And basically what they found out is when you multitask, you're actually taking a lot longer to do every single thing. You actually can't manage more than one thing. And even though you think it works out well, you're actually hurting yourself. They had studied, like, if you actually did those discrete tasks one right after the other, you would have actually done them, all of them, collectively much faster than if you tried to do them all concurrently. Because of your ability to have to refocus every time and sort of restart. And it feels like you're moving faster, but you're really not. So when people tell me that I'm a bit of a, a dummy because I can't do more than one thing at once, I'm actually really effective.
For me, it was a great example of what this was talking about. I was trying to read the data from the infographic while talking on the phone with a friend and talking with another friend over IM.
So you were truly multitasking, and were you failing?
I was failing.
How did you know?
I had to ask my friend what multiple times.
And how did she feel about that?
Did not like that.
Really?
It's like, what are you doing? Stop that.
Not paying attention to you.
So despite this loss in productivity, there are, everyone's distracted, everyone's trying to multitask. There are all sorts of fun stats in here. Employees who use computers at work, obviously everyone at HubSpot, we get distracted every 10.5 minutes. That's a lot of distractions.
That's a lot of distractions.
Not surprising. Students in class, if they have a laptop, they have multiple tabs open. 62% of web pages have nothing to do with the class. And on average, they're opening 65 web pages. Can you really host a show and check your email at the same time? And check Twitter. Oh wait, we have something. Yes, so people are also, multitasking while watching TV. They're also, browsing the internet, talking on the phone, IMing all at the same time.
This reminds me of that story we did about using the iPhone during,
Yes, exactly. Oh, we didn't do that story, remember?
Oh, we didn't. No, somebody else did that one. That's right. It was going to be a favorite story of ours, but lo and behold, we didn't. Anyway.
You wonder
take
where
a picture
you're
right now. Anyway, on we go.
So lots of distractions, lots of multitasking. So the marketing takeaway here is even when you break through the clutter, or you think you're breaking through the clutter to grab people's attention, battling with the Bachelorette or text messages or a hot date, any of those types of things, you still only have their partial attention. So you have to be quick, to the point, make sure that you get your message across.
When you're saying when you're dating, you should focus.
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 It's important.
What kind of tweets are we getting over there? Anything fun?
Oh, let's see. One of our favorite viewers, Artillery Market, is asking, can you repeat that, please? I was multitasking. Yep.
That's quite a fail. You should be focused 100% on marketing update.
All right, what else we got?
So this story is rather interesting. Another Google update. This one has to do with the algorithm. We've talked to you before about the panda update. We talked about the penguin update. This one doesn't have a cute animal name, but it is important. So Google is actually now included in its algorithm the copyright violations that exist as issued by courts. So what they've started to do is they're looking at the database of legally sort of settled copyright violations, and they're using those and bouncing that up against content and basically dinging sites that have legitimate copyright violations on their sites and making those suppressed in the search engines or pulling them out of the results entirely.
So if you're infringing some copyrights, you're not going to show up in the search results anymore.
Correct. Now this it's only if a judgment has been passed. So if a court of law has actually stated this is violating copyright and it's been filed and passed, then it's actually being used. But at this point there's been 4.3 million URLs in the last 30 days that have been processed using this new approach that have actually been adjusted in the search engine results based on their copyright infringements.
Yeah, that's a lot more than I expected.
It's
Didn't
a
realize
huge
so
amount.
many people were doing this.
It just shows you how many people are ripping each other off with content. Like, let's get creative, people. Let's focus on stuff and make your own content.
Yeah, that's the marketing takeaway, right?
It really is. So if you're trying to cut corners, just stop.
Yeah.
You're not only going to get caught, but you're basically going to get punished. You're going to do some harm to your company's reputation and visibility. Why do that? You know, just take a little extra time, be creative, think of your own angle, and create your own content. You'll be more successful that way.
Yeah. Hurts you in the long run.
It does hurt you in the long run.
Don't cut corners.
No.
All right.
Be a good digital citizen.
Yes. Talking about being a smart marketer, now it's time to talk about data. I love posts about data. So this one came from our PM.
I find these really boring. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. No,
Well,
you enjoy the data. You
Yes.
enjoy the data.
Anand sent this over, and I was like, yep, immediately
There's
going
nothing
into the story.
inappropriate about this story at all. There's nothing in here that I can make a dirty joke about.
Really? I'm sure you'll come up with something.
All right, I'm going to try. I beg your pardon? Well, there you go.
So this was, marketers aren't following a balanced data diet. It was a story published on Harvard Business Review. It was a study done by the executive board of 800 marketers at Fortune 1000 companies. They found that marketers, on average, are only using data for 11% of customer-related decisions. 11%.
What you're saying is 1 out of 10 marketers is making a decision based on some sort of data. So what are the other 9 out of 10 doing?
Gut feel. You know, past experience.
That's the way we're going to go.
Exactly. Pick it out of a hat. I like this one. It looks great. So not a very scientific approach.
New product color, blue.
Yeah.
Right?
Clearly blue is very popular.
Absolutely. It's popular, therefore products should be blue.
We should just do that across our products.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Orange to blue. Gray and
Yes.
orange out, blue is in, because
Yeah.
we want it that way.
Clearly not the best idea. At the other end of the spectrum, there are the people who use data way too much. Again, 11% of marketers love data, but use it too much. They're using data all the time. They're asking for feedback all the time. They love working with others and getting feedback from others to inform their decisions, which sounds like a great idea, right?
Sounds like overeating at the salad bar.
Yeah, it's a little too much. So what's happening is
buffet.
these people, even though they're popular hires because they, use data and they work based on others' feedback, they're underperforming based on performance evaluations. And because what's happening is they don't have any statistical knowledge, and every bit of data they react to. And they react too much. Some little blip in data means that they're going to completely change their marketing plan. So they're reacting to things that maybe don't matter.
Kind of like a Chicken Little type situation.
Yeah.
Right? The sky is falling, I must make an adjustment, that type of thing.
Yeah. So a lot of marketers not using data enough, a couple using it too much. So the marketing takeaway here, my parents would be so proud. Learn math.
That's simple. Just learn math.
Marketers need to know math and use it in their marketing and making decisions, because you can't just pull together a marketing plan based on your gut feel. It's not going to deliver the results that you need. All right.
Speaking of data.
Yes, and what you can do with it.
Yes, supermarkets are actually doing some rather, perhaps creepy stuff with data. So Safeway in Denver has started this interesting experiment, and it's really starting to roll out very quickly, where they are actually charging individual shoppers different prices for items based on their prior behavior without the use of a loyalty card. So if you think about it, you go to CVS or you go to Stop and Shop, Whole Foods, you get your loyalty card, you swipe it, they're sort of tracking what you're doing over time, and then you get coupons and you use those coupons, so there's some effort there. But they're now taking it another step, which basically means if you and I went to the grocery store and we both decided to buy a 6-pack of water, you might pay $1.99 and I pay $3.
Oh, because they want me to buy
your,
water.
Well, because of your previous purchase behavior, they're going to reward you right at the register. So in a sense, the prices on the shelves really don't matter anymore.
It's so weird.
It is weird.
I don't understand how people are going to make buying decisions. Especially commodities at grocery stores. You look at the price, you decide whether or not you're going to buy it. If that's not relevant to you, I don't.
And how do you know what your price is unless you're carrying, one of these and you're checking every price to see what do I have?
Yeah.
It gets really odd. And the other thing too is that a lot of people don't realize it, but it's not illegal for a store to charge 2 different prices on the same product to 2 different people.
Oh.
It's actually okay. What's interesting is every now and again, your local news stations will do an expose on in grocery store in this town charges a different price for something in this town, because they're basically level setting prices based on market and trying to charge a little more in more perhaps wealthy areas, a little more in areas that are a little less economically successful, and trying to wring profits that way.
Yeah.
But now it's actually, because of the way you can mine big data, bringing it right down to the individuals, which is pretty fascinating actually. But it starts to make you wonder, like, if I'm standing there and somebody's standing next to me, we're buying the same product and I'm paying more, that would just piss me off.
Yeah. That's
Now the question is, how would I find out about it unless we knew each other and we talked about it?
Right.
But when you do, you kind of feel crappy. It's like when you're sitting next to the guy in the airplane and he paid $199 for the seat, you paid $400.
Ugh.
You just feel like dirty.
And you start to hate that company.
You do,
Yeah.
you do, and that's what it wonders. Just to try and wring more profit out of it, to get more margin, you're basically setting up a situation where people may not really like your brand very much.
Yeah.
So our key takeaway there is, with increasing access to powerful customer data, it definitely becomes easier and easier to customize prices for each buyer, but proceed with caution, because you need to think carefully on sort of how that pricing approach may impact customers' perception of your brand.
Yeah. Good takeaways.
It is a good takeaway, and I think, Mark, that's going to take us to the tip of the week. But do we have any other tweeting that we want to chat about?
Oh.
Oh.
We got a suggestion from Artillery Market. We've got some great tweets here as well.
Let's
Thanks,
share them with the audience.
So Artillery Market is suggesting a non-Friday episode at Inbound so that he can get a free beer.
Oh. All
I think
right.
there will be plenty of free drinks at Inbound regardless of marketing update. And then Ashley is quoting, marketers need to know math, and that her mom would be proud too.
Everyone's mom's proud when you can add 2 + 2.
Yes.
Excellent. What is the tip of the week, Ellie?
The tip of the week is, back to our earlier stories, speed is an important factor of your marketing plan, right? Speed to follow up in social media, speed to get to your point, to get your message across. That's a key element to making sure that your marketing is having the best effect. So make sure that you are on top of your marketing game. Make sure you're monitoring, make sure that you are responding on time, make sure that you're being clear and concise with your marketing messages.
Speed good, crystal meth bad.
Yes. You learned it here on Marketing Update. All right. That brings us to the end of the show.
I don't know where this stuff comes from, but it pops into my head and I say it.
Yeah. How was your week, Andrew?
It was actually a good week. I've completed my presentation for Inbound 2012. I've got it all set. I'm ready to go. We're also doing a cool certification that we're going to run for some customers. They've signed on for that. That's all prepared and ready to go.
Nice.
We're in really good shape. I'm very excited for Inbound 2012.
Yep.
It was a good week getting ready for that.
Yeah. I got to do that as well. Spend some extra quality time with you.
And it was an honor.
All talking about marketing analytics. Surprise, surprise.
This one knows her math.
So I'm going to be talking about it at Inbound. Really excited about that. We've got Inbound in just a couple of weeks. This is our second to last show.
It's a week from next Tuesday, or this coming Tuesday.
Yep.
Ellie and I won't be with you next Friday. Ellie's actually going to be on a bit of a trip.
Yes, my friend's getting married up in Maine, so we'll be traveling up there.
I may make a cameo appearance. We'll have to see.
Oh, okay. I won't tell them. Make it a big surprise.
Indeed.
Yep. But then we'll be back the week after, which is the week of Inbound. So hopefully you guys will be all jazzed up because you went to the event. If you are not signed up yet, you have to get in now because we will sell out.
And we'll certainly be signing autographs at Inbound.
Oh, we should do that.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I'll bring Sharpies.
They can come to both of our sessions.
They can. It'd be fantastic.
I don't think that we compete at the same time.
I don't believe
slot.
so.
Yeah.
No.
See, you can see us even more.
Well, with that said, we hope to see you all in Boston on August 28th,
Yes.
29th, and 30th. So take care, my friends. We'll see you next week. Woo!